Hi, host Eric here of Talking with Famous People. Tonight's word is courage. Courage is the 5-minute idea. I picked it because it's a word that often confuses me. And I think that it increasingly confuses me because I see things increasingly through the lens of cognition as I hate to say activity, as a manifestation of existence, as the currency of existence. I think that courage is an interesting concept. It suggests that you've done something that required of you some character, some execution of will, deserving of admiration and merit, of merit and deserving of admiration. And I think that different personality types are going to express courage differently. I think there are a few common instances of it. I think one of the more common instances of it is one that I'm never going to feel probably, but it is concern or nerves about some sort of public speaking engagement or some sort of just general social interaction that's new. I have felt that before in the past. I felt anxiety about social interactions. I don't think I do anymore particularly. But courage. I guess courage is to persist in the face of fear. That's not a literal definition, but it seems so inadequate a definition because if it's simply to persist in the face of fear, first of all, it's not a value inherently that's worth affirming because there's lots of circumstances in which persisting in the face of fear is a stupid idea. If that's a growling tiger in front of you and you feel like walking that direction, but the tiger says, no, go the other direction, you should give in to your fear and go away from the tiger probably. Or at least not advance towards the tiger anymore. So we can see then that as an aphorism it's not true, but to what extent or when is courage of value? When do we consider something actually courageous? I'm trying to think of an example from the world. Well, first of all, I think it requires that it be a deliberate action. It be an action undertaken after deliberation, which qualifies as courageous. So it has to be an action that legitimately happens despite your serious desire not to do it and because of reflection. Otherwise, it's impulse. You can't really take any credit for it. So what are the circumstances in which that happens? Well, it's so tricky to understand one's own motives for things. And there's a motive issue here, right? Like, does it have to be altruistic, the motive? Can it be because you think it's going to make you look good? Can you then be courageous for that reason? Is it still courage? These are interesting questions. If it is courage still, is it as virtuous an act as if it were altruistic? So I think cognitive functions play a great deal into the extent to which an individual is virtuous and how they're going to express virtue. Probably, in some sense, the most courageous behavior any individual of a given type can do is to embrace those truths least comfortable to that type.